been not having to worry about the altitude of Salt Lake? Because we've talked to a few of the UK fighters here, and they said they think the altitude played a much bigger factor than people are giving credit to.
Yeah, 100%. I feel you can see from an example like when Cain Velasquez fought Verdun, was it? At altitude, and he was known as Cardio Cain, you know, and then he tired after like a round or two. And so I think altitude definitely played a part in my performance. So I just couldn't get my body to move the way I wanted to move. Round one started off great, then after that it just kind of went and shut down, you know. And I know Kamaru was trying to, he's using that as a way that, oh yeah, he was tired in the fight, and whether I was tired or not, you got knocked out, and that's it, you know. So, end of the day, that's all that matters.
Speaking of the altitude, were you watching that co-main event between Costa and Rockler? Because they were exhausted, and were you thinking, oh no?
Yeah, oh shit, they got me. I was watching it. I trained Luke before, and I know how fit Luke is, you know, and I know he was in shape. And when I was backstage warming up, and I was like watching it on the screen, I can see him like putting his hands on his knees and just showing like fatigue, and I thought, oh God, like it's gonna play a part, you know, and that it did.
The thing with that is, it's funny. You are an athlete, you're an elite athlete who your job is to prepare for a competition. Now you prepared for that competition. Did Leon not know that he was going to be fighting at altitude? He did. And he prepared. He was there 2 weeks or so before, and that still happened. Now the one thing that you guys have to really account for is, I know you guys hear a lot of those excuses from him. That wasn't the first time Leon and I have fought. And that first fight looked a lot like that second fight. So if he wants to believe that it was the altitude, then it is what it is. He can believe that. But nothing changes for me. Altitude or no altitude, I know what I come to do.
He's about 36 years old. I heard bad knees, bad back, and so I can't see him now just being a totally different fighter. You know, he's gonna come and do what he does. Forward pressure, heavy boxing, heavy wrestling, and that's it. You know, I can't see him now just being a totally different fighter. So I'm expecting the Kamaru Usman I got in Salt Lake City, you know, and like I said, that was my worst performance of my career. And if he's judging it off that, then he's in for a rude awakening, you know.
Question for Johnny or Justin. Were you a bit frustrated when the UFC offered you Fiziev, because obviously he's quite far down in the rankings in comparison to you, or was it a case of you were once in his position, so I'll give him the opportunity?
No, I think it's the natural progression of this sport. You know, I come off a loss, fought for the title, 2 out of my last 3 fights. Number 6 isn't that far down. So yeah, I think at this point I got to get a win, and it doesn't matter who it is.
And do you think an impressive showing will catapult you back into the title talks? Or?
I think I'm sitting at number 3 right now. I'm gonna fight, you know, down in the rankings as I think I should. And then after that, there's Poirier in front of me, Oliveira in front of me. Who's gonna fight Dariush? The winner of that fight's gonna fight for the title. So I either fight Poirier next, and if that's not the case, then I fight for the title.
Thank you.
If I win him, if I won him, I deserve that title shot. And but UFC also make it how they want, and I can say, like, if he give title shot for winner Oliveira and Dariush, okay, Dariush, I think he deserves it like more than everyone in this division. If he give me after this fight, also happy.
Fiziev, he's younger, he's fresher, he's got the better chin. I think he's got more tools on the feet overall. And that's exactly why I'm going with Justin Gaethje. I'm going with Gaethje here, okay? No. This is what, here's the only thing, okay, is that I don't care who you are, what you've done. Justin Gaethje has the ability to hold your hand and walk through the garden of punishment with you. Sometimes you get out alive, but many times it's you that is buried in that garden. And I think Gaethje's going to find a way to drag Fiziev into a world where he's never been before. He comes from a Muay Thai background. And in Muay Thai, it's a kind of this like pacing and it's this dance and it slowly picks up and it, you know, you can kind of coast even against very good Muay Thai fighters and you can kind of chill. And then the 4th and 5th rounds, things start to pick up. There's more clinching. Gaethje gets right to the point, and we're going to find out. And we haven't seen Fiziev in that kind of pressure environment, high pressure environment where he's exhausted and he's got to find a way to win. And I can't get that Bobby Green fight out of my head. That's the problem. If we're going straight up and these guys are even odds or Fiziev is up by a little bit and Gaethje's a close underdog, I'm going Fiziev. But plus 195 for Gaethje on a guy who, you know, in Fiziev, who does stay in the pocket and does get hit at times, you stay in there and you take a hook or two or a right hand from Justin Gaethje, he puts you to sleep. Give me Gaethje here. I like it, and Gaethje always surprises us when we least expect it.
This fight, it's personal for me in a sense that, like, I never had 2 losses in a row, and this is not going to be the case also.
When you say it's personal, it has nothing to do with Roman, does it? Is it just an internal thing that you don't want to drop 2 in a row?
Yeah, exactly. Even though it is a bit personal with Roman too, in a sense, because you know, we actually trained together before and stuff, and we had some good friend in common, and he didn't think twice of accepting the fight. And you know, of course, like, then if you accept the fight and they come back to me and they tell me like, oh, you accepted the fight, then I'm not gonna shy away from a fight. Definitely not. I wouldn't say that we were like friends, but you know, at the same time, you know, like, we've been around each other a couple times, and yeah. But yeah, at the same time, you know, at the end of the day, like, we're not here to make friends, and I totally get it, and yeah, I totally get it. So absolutely, let's do it, and I can't wait to do it, to be honest. So yeah, just things like this, you know, and then he just accepted a fight, but yeah, no, at the end of the day, he's right. We're not here to make friends, and yeah, he's in my division, and I'll go out and smash him.
He said this is a bit personal. I think he was surprised that you accepted this fight. What's your reaction to that?
I don't understand. I don't understand him. I hear this not first time. I don't understand what does that mean. What mean personal? We are professionals. We are athletes. I want to fight best guys. First of all, I know him, but I know a lot of people here. If I will know a lot of all roster in the UFC, I don't need to fight these guys. I don't understand why he talks things like that. It's not. I respect him. I always was saying this every time when I give interview. I respect him like fighter, like person, but I don't know him like brother to say things like that. For me, it's another fight, and I don't understand what does mean Roman accepted fight. He also accepted fight. Okay, he could say no, I don't want to fight. That's all. Or I will say no, I will not fight. But what need to be happened when I will say no for fights? I always say yes, no matter who they give me.
You just wrapped The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
I know you can't say too much. Dana was hinting at some sort of like thing that happened.
We had a little tussle, of course.
Really?
You know, I had a young kid in there, Lee Hammond, had to train with me all the way up since the beginning, and now he's kind of coming into his own. He was on the show. He's 5-0 undefeated. So I had skin in the game, and it got emotional, you know, and then tempers got flared. But it was all good, you know. We settled it, and there was no problem. It was a great experience, and all the competitors fought their heart out, and I was happy and honoured to be in my guy's corner and just to be present and experience it.
Fiziev, he's younger, he's fresher, he's got the better chin. I think he's got more tools on the feet overall. And that's exactly why I'm going with Justin Gaethje.
Fucks up my plan. This is fucking bullshit. Okay? Okay, these fucking assholes, these fucking assholes.